welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars and I'm holding loads of votes on my Instagram, so you guys can vote on who I react to. Also, please do check out my website, bethroars.com, where you can book a singing lesson from me. And last but not least, head over to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can get some more exclusive content, you can help out an underprivileged artist, and you can get early access to my podcast, which is Good Job with Beth Roars, and you can also find that on all the podcast places. This one is actually a request from one of my patrons, Justin. Hey, Justin! And we've chatted loads about it. I'm interested because it's kind of death metal, but a little bit more melodic. So let's give it a listen. Ooh, like gunshots. Intense. That's full death metal. God, I find death metal so intense. I mean, if you're angry, this would be helpful to your emotional well-being, maybe. Getting it out. So he's kind of here using like what I would call just like a classic death scream. So interesting. I suspect that he learned that clean first, na 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 na, and then added the distortion on afterwards. So that's where you get that melodic effect. And then he's got the odd word or that word at the end where he really goes for that scream sound. But it's really forward placed. It's not back here. It's not the vocal cords themselves. It's above that that's causing the distortion. Actually, being able to flick into the clean sound is a good sign that you are doing the distortion well, because if it's coming from the vocal cords, if it's coming from irregular vibrations of the vocal cords, then it's not too good for you. Whereas this is definitely coming from above the vocal cords. You can hear it. It just doesn't have that kind of drying sound to it, I suppose. Why did he have stickers on his back? There's something weirdly, like, nice about it. What's really good about this actually is that nothing fights with each other. What often happens in kind of death metal, or I find that I don't enjoy about death metal, is that it it kind of fights. You've got the drums and you've got the vocals, and everything gets a bit too much because they're clashing with each other. But in this, they just sit nicely beside each other. And there's a few metal bands that I've come across within this style, and I've been like, ah, and it kind of makes me feel nice and relaxed within this aggressive style, and I think that's what attracts me to them. And also because this has a little bit more melody, so as a singer, the melody really attracts me to different vocalists, so I quite enjoy that. Is it salad fingers behind him? It's all in the placement. It's all in the same place that I say with a lot of like 80s metal people, you know, the power metal rather than this death metal. It's really na 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 in this forward placement here. So that's the extreme version. You take it to there just to get that feeling, and then you kind of mold it into a bit of a nicer place than that horrible kind of whiny place. But it's good. Go extreme if you want to try and find that placement, because that's what's going to make you stand out against the whole band, especially in this style. And then it's going to help keep that distortion in a nice, healthy place as well. It's in quite a high place in the voice as well, generally. Still very chest voice. I liked it. I liked that a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. It's really interesting that because he's using loads of different distortion techniques. So he's got that fry distortion in there. He's got that kind of death metal distortion in there as well. And then he's going for like clean vocals and very melodic lines, which it kind of opens it up to more people like me who love a bit of melody, and makes them a bit more accessible, yet also has that power and aggression that you really want from this style. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.